Hello, other NewChip founders and grads of the May demo day today. My name is Burt Hamner. My company is Hydrobee, making renewable energy products. I am in the September 2020 cohort, and I'm here to give you some good advice and possibly make some recommendations for NewChip as well. This is my 12th year as an entrepreneur, and this is my second company. I've participated in two other accelerators, the Cleantech Open and the Founders Institute, so I have some perspective on how this is different. I started in NewChip with an established company that's already been in business for 5 years, and we did a pivot to a new product and a new market opportunity, and I needed to rebuild the business plan for new investors and for basically to understand how to go ahead. And so I make a first point here is that every time you really do a big pivot in a company, and you're going to do them, think about using accelerators to try to work your way through the new plan, because that's what they're for. You don't have to be a startup to take advantage of an accelerator program. The pre-seed program that I'm in is good for new founders, but also good for anybody who's rebooting to a new area. What I liked about this compared to other programs is, first of all, it's a longer program and it's self-pacing. It doesn't have artificial deadlines every week. One of the programs I participated in before did, and it was really aggravating because some of the stuff simply couldn't be done in a week. So I recommend that if you want to take your time and do it right, a longer program is better. Another thing is to focus on getting investor ready, not winning prizes. A lot of accelerators have a demo day and it's all about who wins the big prize. And that changes the flavor of the event in a way that I don't particularly care for, because I feel like I'm being forced to do a monkey dance for people. I don't like that anymore. I've done enough of it. I think a good program just puts it out there and lets investors figure it out rather than making everybody do performances. I also think that NewChip is great by having lots of opportunities for pitch practice on your own timeline, and that's a really valuable thing. It doesn't require you to show up every week at one particular time. You've got a lot of opportunities. What I wished I did in my program, I wished I'd met more often with my cohort. Great folks. I'm sorry I didn't spend more time with them. We're only meeting once a month officially. I wish I'd been organized enough to make it happen every week, because having someone to talk to, but in fact better, having a few people to talk to, really helps keep your mind on the ball and makes you feel like you're not alone, and that's good. I wish I'd used Sophos better, because I didn't really understand what it could be about, and I think the way to use it is to focus not on just getting investor connections, but building a core mailing list. You can use Sophos to connect to anybody, and that can be including future customers, corporate partners, etc. So I think that you should use it to build a core mailing list for all your useful stakeholders, not just for investors. And it's free while you're in the program, so use it. Target a different group of stakeholders every week and start building up outreach. I also think you should use, it would be good to use Trello or other project management platforms to better organize the content, because there's a lot of pieces of information you're going to create by going through the curriculum, and you have a lot of output, and you want a place to store it, but make it available to your team members as well. So if you use a project management platform, and Trello is just one, but I like it, it's easy to let the rest of your team see what you're working on without having to let them into logging into your NewChip account. So what I recommend to other grads going forward, make sure all of your NewChip contacts are in your core mailing list. Before you leave, make sure everybody you've touched in NewChip is in your mailing list, because these people know you now and they're going to be valuable in the future. Keep using Sales Navigator and Sophos or another similar system to do outreach and continue building your network. I use also, in addition to I didn't use Sophos very much, wish I did, but GMass for Gmail, that's GMASS, is very similar to Sophos, and it's an email-based system, not LinkedIn, but you can use LinkedIn to populate your outreach efforts. I mentioned using Trello, and make sure you use it to Trello or something similar to share your homework with your team. If you need to, before you lose access to the site, because once you graduate, you're going to have to give up being a member of NewChip, at least on the website. So if you need more time, ask them for extension before they cut you off to download everything that you possibly can to keep it. Keep the NewChip investment team up to date with your latest news and investor focus, because once you're an alum, I'm confident that if they've got a match for you, they'll bring it up. I'm going to buy, well, not buy, I'm going to hire a virtual assistant to help me manage all the weekly outreach and list building tasks, because I hate doing them. And so a virtual assistant from another country that's affordable, like in the Philippines, you can get someone for $20 a day. And they'll help you do all this stuff that has to be done, just constant contact that's revolting to me. And then finally, apply to other accelerators that may be helpful. There's lots of accelerators out there. And so every time you redo your business plan and have a new way of looking at things, think about if it's a fit for a particular new accelerator. You can apply, and it's great because it makes you focus on doing your business planning and thinking ahead, even if you don't get accepted. And never forget this: if you apply, then really smart judges and reviewers are going to look at your stuff. And even if you don't get accepted into the accelerator, you may end up finding people who want to talk to you about your plan anyway. And that has happened to me. So I hope this is useful, and I hope NewChip continues its good work. And thanks for the opportunity. And we'll see how I can make advantage of this in the future. Look forward to hearing from Hydrobee and its new Firebee generator, turning every fire in the world into a USB charging source.